Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on Devil Wears a Suit and Tie by Colter Wall. This is an awesome song. I had a request on it a few months ago and then another request a couple of weeks ago. I had listened to the track and it's great. It's a really fun song to play. I've done a cover version, so if you want to hear what it sounds like all the way through, go and check that out. I'll put a card above and a link in the description. So listen to me play it all the way through. Today I'm going to teach you that. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section as well. Put your request in there, let me know what you want me to do videos on. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me and you want to print the tabs off for this, I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning and I've got a capo on fret number 4. Okay, so the first line slowly goes this. So to play that, we've got the open E string, and then you can play the B string and E3, and try and push it a little bit out of tune. It always ends up stopping the B string, but just play it like that. And then we're going to play the open B string, hammer on to B3, and then play an E string. So far you've got, and then you're going to play a D2, and then a G3, again bending it out of tune, but just bending it up a little bit. And that goes into bar 2, which is held on, it's the note, the 3 is in the bracket. So don't play the notes in the bracket, they're just held on. So the first bar goes, or slowly. And then you're going to play the open E string, D2, then G, then A, then D2, then A2, then the open G string. So the first 2 bars you've got. Into bar 3, we're doing a quick slide from fret 2 to 3 on the A string, and then you're playing a D2 with your second finger, a B1, then you move your third finger up and play the E3, then use your little finger on the E3 nearest to the floor, and then you're going to play the D2 again and the B1. So you've basically got a C chord with your little finger on E3, then your third finger then moves up a string. So that bar goes. And then the next bar's similar idea. We're going to go back to playing this sort of C chord with your third finger on A3. You play the A3, B1, D2, G string, move your third finger up to E3, then play your little finger on E3 nearest the floor, then the D2, and then the G string, so bar 4. So the whole line slowly, you got. And up speed. Now the next line is exactly the same, apart from a little change on the second bar, so bar 6. So it starts the same, the line. Just that one note, the last note is a D string in bar 6. It was a G string on the previous line, and then the rest of it is exactly the same. So that second line goes. Oh, I also missed bar 8 is slightly different. It just takes out one of the notes. So you just play A3. It misses out the B1 and plays the D2, G, E3, E3, D2, and then G. So bar 8 is. So just slight little variation there. On to the third line, and we've got. So for that we play the E string, that same bend up on the B3, E3 with the open B string, and then B3, E, D2, and you're going to play the B string along with the G string at the same time, so G3, and bend it out of tune. So that first bar goes. Then play the B string, D2, then the G string and the B string at the same time, A string, and then the G string, A2, and then open D. So the first 2 bars of that line go. Next bar, which is a little slide from A2 to A3, play the B1 and then a D2, so then A2, B1, D, and then G. So go, the whole of bar 11 goes. Then bar 12, which is D2 twice, A string, B1, D2, and then G2, so that's an A minor chord. So go. And then into the next bar you just play the D2, don't play the G2 because that's in a bracket. Then play the open E string, B1, D2, and then the open G string. So the whole line we've got. On to the next line, we've got which is playing the open E string, then an E minor chord, which is just A2 and D2, and then hit all the strings. Open A string, and then E3 with the B2 and G2, so it's like an A7 chord. So we've got, and then we're going to play a D2, then the open E, B and G strings. So bar 14 goes. And then you're playing the open E string, another E minor chord, going down, up, and then on beat 3 of bar 15 you go to a B7 chord. So your little finger will be on E2, third finger on G2, second finger on A2, and first finger on D1. So that's the B7 chord. And we're going to play the A2, then the E2 nearest the floor, and then a little down up on the chord. So it goes. So bar 15 goes. So bars 14 and 15 you've got. And then we get this little run, which I played terribly on my cover version, but playing the open E string, then D2, G, and then play D2 and pull off to D1 and then to the D string, so the open string. So you got, and then play A2, pull off to A1, and pull off to the open A string, E3, then the open E string in bar 17, and then hit an E minor chord. So bar 16 and 17 go. And up speed. So that whole line goes. On to the next line. So that was all the intro. Now this is the verse, and the verse is nice and easy. You've got this. So for that we play the E string, then D2, A2, and D2. So you've got, then open E string, D2, then A, A2, A3, D2, E3, with your third finger, then use your little finger on E3 nearest the floor, second finger on D2, then your first finger on B1. So bar 20 goes bar 21, back to A3, then play the D2 with the open G string, E3, E3 nearest the floor, D2, then take your fingers off and play the open B string. So that line goes. And that line repeats, and then we go on to the next line, and we've got this. So it starts the same: E, D2, A2, D2, E, D2, A, A2, then A3, play D2 and the open open G strings, then A2, open D, then open A and D2, open E, B1 and D2, and then bar 26 is the same as bar 25, so bars 25 and 26 go. So the whole of that line. And then this next line is pretty much the same as the line that goes before the verse. So it goes. So hopefully I don't need to go through that. That should be pretty straightforward. And that takes us to the chorus. Now there's two lines of the chorus. The first line goes. So for that, playing an A minor chord, which is just D2 with your second finger, G2 with your third finger, and B1 with your first finger. And you play the A string, then you play the chord, the E string, and then the chord. So it goes. Then we go to E minor, play the E string, the chord, the A string, and then the chord. So it goes. And then that just repeats. So it goes A minor for a bar, E minor, A minor, and then E minor. So the whole line goes. On to the next line of the chorus, back to A minor, then E minor, then a B7 chord, and you're going to go da, 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 da. So down, up, down, up, down, down. So let's play the whole chorus. Here we go. And then there's a little sort of solo breakdown bit, which sounds like this. So to play that, we play the open E string, B string and E3, then B3, open E, low E string, and then E3. So the first bar goes. Then play the B string and the E string open, open E, then open D, E3, two bends, just pull it a little bit out of tune, just down towards the floor. So the first two bars go. Then you play the open E string, E3 and B strings, and then do a little hammer on from B to B3 and then play the E string. Another open E string. Then G3, bending it out of tune, going into bar 41. Then the B and the E strings. Another hit on the G3. Open E string. Two more E3s nearest your face, bending them out of tune. Then open E string. 2 E minor chords, 2 E3s, and then an open E string just to finish. So the whole line slowly goes. And up to speed. And that's the whole song. In my cover version, I just repeated back to the verse and played through it again. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video as well. And please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know where in the world you come from. Let me know what song I should do next. Let me know what you thought of the video. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me doing this channel, keep me doing videos, and you want to print the tabs off for this as well, I'll put it on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. There's also some merchandise and stuff, t-shirts and mugs. You can buy those. That helps me as well. Well, thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.